Hello, everybody. It's your old friends of Monday Madness, and welcome to another episode of SierraQuest. As ever, I'm joined by Neil to go through what is normally a wading through the swamp of mediocrity that is the Sierra backlog. But our next step here on our journey goes to Laura Bow County, and specifically the first game in that series, the Colonel's Bequest.
Yeah, their traditional shoehorning of the word quest into every title.
They were at least subtle about it this time. I quite like that. I like the subtlety.
It's just not as overt as the rest of them.
No, it should have been called Woman Quest. or go full Taggart and go, there's been another quest. Nevertheless, so yeah, we're just about to jump into this playthrough here, and let's see how we go. So Neil, let's begin on 3, 2, 1, go. So Neil, this is a classic from 1989, as you can see from the copyright there. Is this within your time frame, or are you too old for this one?
Yes, I did actually play Laura Bow originally. Oh, there's the
mandatory copy protection. Yeah.
But no,
wouldn't have it any other way.
89, I'd have been fucking 3.
So you're saying you were too old for it then?
Well, curtain's about to come up. Please be seated.
We are seated, don't worry.
You see right there, that's the have you played it before?
Kind of I like that, yeah.
The first time I played this, I got the game completely, totally wrong. I spoke to a friend, which I'll explain how I got it wrong, because if I explain it now, I'll just spoil most of it.
Naturally.
And then I was speaking to a friend who played the game properly, and he was just like, genuinely didn't believe I'd even played the game, thought I was lying. And so when I went back and played it, you get that one. So if you say yes, the game gives you loads of hints throughout it, telling you, oh, here's where you go and that type of thing.
It's like your dad's kind of like fucking Mr. Rogers' spirit and goes, go over here.
It's actually fairly well done. If you want to do it, you can play through it like that. It's enjoyable. You will enjoy it. It'll make sure you don't miss anything.
This is what this will come as a shock to people who are fans of this series, but I really love this game. I know, right? Just sit down. Just give yourself a minute there. I know that's crazy for us to say, but this is actually really good in what it does.
Yeah, it's the credits done out like a stage play here.
Should see 1920s music to go with.
Yeah, we decided.
I have to say they've been knocking it out of the park music-wise the last few games.
We've decided to be easy on ourselves during the middle of a pandemic and actually give ourselves a decent Sierra game to fucking review.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, mental health is an important issue, so obviously we don't want to be too hard on ourselves. I mean,
if I had to do Space Quest during this now, I'd have gone I'd have hopped out of a window.
Funny you should mention that, Neil. Anyway, let's not think about these things. And another game based in New Orleans. I really did love that town, and I don't blame them. I don't even think Sierra is even based in New Orleans. It's based in California, so I don't know why they're so obsessed with it, but I guess you can live vicariously through towns, maybe?
Sort of, I don't know. I think kind of New Orleans is sort of one of those old money towns because the huge fucking Creole slave population down there, so they've got the old colonial fucking houses there, New Orleans is kind of like one of those places where like most of the buildings in the state are older than the country.
That's a good way of putting it. Like it's like we need to set a game in somewhere with culture. New Orleans. Is there anywhere else in America? No.
No. Yeah, with culture and old money.
No, not so much.
It's no. You gotta go to NOLA.
Yeah, and to be fair, and again, I don't blame them. It seems like a wonderful setting.
I know. I've always wanted to go there. So literally on my bucket list of places to go is New Orleans.
And you will see there in about 2030, all going well.
Yeah.
Weather permitting.
Yeah. The earth hasn't blown up by then.
Yes, exactly. But
on the boat through the bayou.
Bayou. So anyone wondering what the setup for this game is, we are playing the titular character Laura Bow. Well, actually, of course, the games weren't known as Laura Bow games until much later on when it became a series. This is the brainchild of Roberta Williams, who is the wife and executive producer of Sierra. In the end, she wrote a lot of the King's Quest games, but I suppose this is kind of the start of like Roberta Williams' pet projects. In a way, we kind of describe Phantasmagoria and others, and in a way, it kind of like allowed her to kind of flex her writing muscles and in a way make a very cinematic game. And to be fair, they've been trying to do it for the last 2 or 3 we played with the likes of Manhunter and to a lesser extent Police Quest. So they were actually trying to do something different here with the actual story and more production involved in it, which for 1989 is not bad going. You can see the thought process, So anyway, what's happening here is we are basically being invited into this beautiful Creole mansion owned by Colonel Henri Dijon and his delightfully unpleasant family and distant relatives. And essentially, it is we basically just are spending the weekend here, and shit goes down fairly quickly.
Spending the weekend at Misty Acres.
And that's the title of the video. It's that's why we had all the characters in the end. So it's essentially the Cluedo friends.
Good evening. Jesus, it's the fucking butler's. I forgot the butler's name was Jeeves. The butler's actual name is fucking Jeeves. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a cliche, but Stephen Fry must be pissed off at this point. Like literally, he's pioneered a whole rake of butler characters who are just slightly sinister, but also camp in a weird way.
Well, the only way you could be any more stereotypical is if they got Herman Munster to fucking do it.
To be fair, like I think it's a general requirement at this point. Like it's this and the mandatory Vincent Price character who just talks through his nose in a very shrivelly manner. So yes, this is the Colonel himself, and he's.
As you know, I am considerably richer than you.
And I'm sure you're well aware, I am a cunt. So I've invited you all here to bask in my glory one last time before my ritual suicide tomorrow evening. That's not actually what's happening, by the way. Just be clear.
That way to point out, Laura, is like each one of you gets a portion of my fortune, except for you, because I don't know you.
I don't know you when you're poor, clearly. I can tell from your dress. You're disgusting. Don't look at my face.
I'll touch my stuff.
It's actually the game isn't even like a Cluedo setup. It is just the kernel of like keeping an eye on you to make sure you don't sit on anything. Who cares?
Look at that, basically. Exactly, it is, because it's really like Freddy foreshadowing here, because you went, well, when I die, you're all inherited equally. But if any of you die before I do, your share gets distributed. Thank you.
I wonder what happens next. It's like the dullest episode of Question of Sport ever. Does someone kill everybody? Well, I think you're right there, Elwin. That's right. Yes, that is the correct answer. So yes, this is Dijon's family and married family, as it were, and then some of his close friends, like the bookkeeper, and the doctor there, who's obviously wearing the white coat.
With these stupendous eyebrows.
Very good eyebrows, I have to say. He must a lot of work to.
Now we've retired to our room.
Little dainty walks as well. It's like there's extra attention paid to how they sashay out of the room.
Yeah, Betty Boop style.
Yeah, we are too young and restless for this shit. Let's go and listen to some rebellious jazz music and do the flapper dance. Because we're such rebels.
And smoke reefer.
That comes much later. Laura and Pauline here are very fond of barbiturate parties, which were very, very, very much commonplace amongst teenagers in the 1920s.
They're mixing their dexedrine in with their codeine, yeah?
To make up a cough medicine. So this is our spirit daddy. Our spirit animal is our dad, basically saying, notice everything. This is the gameplay of this game, is to watch and observe and see who you think the murderer is. And I get like they're probably like fighting against their own internal Sierra urges to like put in some like dumb like simplistic gameplay into this, but I actually quite like how they've decided, yeah, fuck it, let's have fun and do something different, you know. And all credit to it, like this is something different, you know.
Oh yeah, bet you the fight to have the dad as some kind of like spirit animal or something like that. They just have him as a tutorial.
Or like the dad is actually Kenneth Williams, and like this is actually the heartwarming story of how Roberta
Yeah.
Williams solved her first murder.
Yeah.
You know, like something like that.
Yeah, he's ghostly naked in a hot tub.
And just be clear, no, we will not be playing soft porn adventure on this channel. I can confirm. It's a text adventure. You're not missing out on anything.
There's lots of that stuff for free on the internet.
Exactly. And you'd be shocked to hear it's actually quite enough. It's not even in text adventure form anymore. It's actually a lot more visceral elements than that now.
Yeah, shit, like yeah.
But I suppose full disclosure here, actually, I did have a recording mishap when I was playing this. So the first, I say, hour and a half of this playthrough is me doing it the second time around. Because whatever reason, my game recorder decided to record my messenger tab as opposed to the game, which I'll be honest was a bold strategy. I'm not sure what I was trying to prove there, but you know,
your messenger tab heavy strategy doesn't pay off yet again, Jonathan.
No, I tell you, it's. I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to sneak in my own window. It's. I realized in the Codename Iceman edit that it was actually my messenger that popped up for a split second, not the guy's one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to stop doing that, which is quite irritating. So this is our first character to be introduced to, and this is our.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yes. This is Lillian's mother, and she's a drinker, according to the.
She always seems to have a drink in the hand, and then literally the next line is, "You've never met her before." I was like, "How the fuck do you know the first part then?"
Sometimes you get that kind of look.
I will admit, I've actually just got back on myself. I know there's been a couple of people I've known where the first time I've met them I was like, "You're a pisshead."
Yeah, it's the whiskey nose, I think. It's the puffy cheeks, the whiskey nose, the stumbling, you know.
Although I don't know, she's a socialite in New Orleans in the mid-20s. It'd definitely be a gin rummy kind of gin girl. It's got to be gin.
It's gonna be gin, and also like plays like cards better than any of the men do as well.
Yeah, gin with an absinthe layer right on top of it.
Absolutely, yeah. It's gin plus is what they call it.
The only salad intake are the olives.
It's a fun over 5 a day. So yeah, like the way this game works is essentially like you are kind of like investigating all of this on the sly, and you're observing stuff and seeing what's going on throughout the game. And it's quite good because like if we were going to Ethel there now, so if we had our list of names, we could ask Ethel about all of those characters, and there is like a little bit of text to go with each time, which I think is really like it's good. It's good like depth to the game, and it's grand. I've kind of streamlined a lot of it. Like I've asked people about who I need to, not as opposed to like actually going through a list every chapter and seeing what do you think of this person now and this person and this person, because we'd be here for fucking eternity. But yeah, like it's good depth, and it's pretty much the point of the game is to kind of keep track of all the goings on and see who you think the murderer is, basically.
Yeah, I like the period language there, that she is a rebellious flapper. Flapper being a term for a socialite, basically.
Yes, exactly. Again, it's good stuff. It's written in the right language as well, where it would have been like 2 games ago, it would have been, oh, bummer, dude. You know? Or like the best way they could like say you fucked up was mercy. Like, no, it's they got it right this time. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire.
Born in.
You'd be shocked to hear an office fire is not an option in this game. Really should be, to be fair.
Never is. Never is.
No.
You always get stiffed on that. Always.
So what I like about this is when you go back to your own room, this is like the first clue that you can like catch what's happening in the house, because obviously you're a stranger, no one's gonna talk around you, but you are being like thrown into like big fucking family drama that like that fucking Jeremy Kyle would be underqualified for. So it's it's the novelty of the fact that like is your first idea, your first clue, and yeah, like this all takes place pretty much over one night, and there's certain like little checkpoints that you can do in that time that progresses the clock. So once you kind of reach the hour mark, you've kind of like you've seen what you needed to see, such as that, by the way.
Of course, it's a French maid, of course.
The Frenchest maid, because she's called fucking Fifi.
Fifi, fucking, that's a dog's name now.
Actually, is to be fair.
Fifi Trixabel, is that her name? Fifi Trixabel, yeah.
I couldn't tell you what her surname was. I don't think it's ever explained, but let's take it as a general assumption that is her surname.
Well, she's young, blonde, and sexy, apparently.
Yes, and I guarantee you, she's a fucking gold digger. What she's working here. So yeah, like again, the neat thing about this game is that like it's all set in this manner, so it's actually like fairly enclosed. Like there's no like meandering, no majorly new locations. So you can kind of take this first hour to explore the place, get used to surroundings, like what you're looking for, and then essentially you can just kind of like plow through the rest of the game knowing where everything is. And I think for most of these kind of games, that's kind of recommended to get yourself well acquainted, and then the plot kicks in at some point, and then you're away in a hack then. But yeah, one of the neat things about this is on the first floor here, you see a set of wardrobes, and there's secret doors behind them, which you get to spy on people. And yeah, this is actually quite an important part of the game because you get all the gossip.
That was a curious bit of music there. Kind of start off really happy that you've made the discovery, and then you're like, oh wait, hidden rooms and houses are never good. Boo-doo.
It's a picture of a horse with no eyes. So I did actually check the dark there just to be sure, because could be the first to die.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so again, it's a little bit of an annoyance there, which like my first attempts like took me a bit to get used to. But like obviously you don't see a picture, but you see two eye holes, and that's what you look through.